Hi, I'm Dylan. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I'm doing.
What brings you here today?
It's a long story.
Take your time.
Well, I was going to talk about my last year. My friend Gavin, he hung himself in Cuba. The trip to Cuba was planned with his family, and his family asked me to come, but I ended up telling him that I didn't have enough money, which I didn't at the time. So he ended up asking his girlfriend to come, and then it came to I did get money for my birthday, so I had enough money to go. So it ended up telling me that he was going to spend a lot of time with his girlfriend, but still find time for me too. But I don't know.
Were you frustrated that she got the opportunity to go when you thought it was just going to be you guys?
Well, at the time, I liked her. Like, we hung out with her and stuff. I liked her as a person. So at first I was like, oh crap, kind of thing. I wanted to spend time with him, but after I was kind of like, oh, like he's gonna be spending a lot of time with her. But it turned out even on the first day he hung out with her a lot of the time, but I still hung out with the family, which was actually pretty fun. It was kind of frustrating, but also I didn't want to say anything to show like my actual feelings of, I don't know what he would say.
Yeah. What was your actions towards her when you got there?
When we got there, it was kind of frustrating because even at the airport and on the bus to the resort, they kind of excluded themselves from me and the family.
You felt left out?
I felt a little left out, but I was kind of I was going to let it go to see if it was actually going to be like that for the rest of the week, but it turned out they got in a big fight the night before, and he found a hickey on her back, so they fought for a lot of the time, but they ended up just saying, or he was like, you know what, screw it, we're going on vacation, and leave it at that. And after that situation, I even was like, what's wrong with this kind of girl?
Did you feel like he could do better?
I knew he could do better. She was a really good looking girl, like she was nice, but I heard stories from other people about her too, and just it kind of set in that it might not be a good thing of her actually coming.
What happened next?
We got there and they went their own way kind of thing for the first bit, and we all had dinner together, and after having dinner we started drinking, and it was a great time, and Gavin was like really, really drunk, and he ended up seeing her kiss a guy at the bar. So from the night before of finding a hickey on her back, it just didn't, he lost it. So she went back to the room, and we ended up having a good time after. We went to the disco, and I said to him that it was probably about 4 o'clock in the morning or so, and I said to him, I'm going to bed. He's like, alright, I'll see you later kind of thing. He said he was going to stay a bit later. And the next day I wake up to his girlfriend banging on my door saying Gavin hung himself. So it just kind of like, it was a
shock.
It was a huge shock. It really shocked me at first.
How did your perception of the girl change from before you guys went and after?
After the first bit, I didn't even really think about the situation, but I also didn't know about the situation, what happened when he got back to the room. And just after thinking of it after a few days of her she excluded herself from the family. She got her own room, and she blamed the family saying they didn't want her around, and also her putting it on Facebook was the worst thing that ever she could have done. So
that frustrated you that she would put that on Facebook when you would think that you would be the closest one to him?
Yeah, like I only knew him for probably about 9 or 10 months, but in that 9 or 10 months it was like he was like a big brother to me. He was probably about 4 years older than me or so he felt like a big brother, and it felt like I lost a big brother kind of thing. So
looking back on the situation now, do you feel like you could have handled it any different?
From after the funeral, me getting really bad into drugs, I would definitely change that. Like, me and Gavin planned that we weren't going to do anything more after Cuba, and that fact that we said that, it changed everything. It was just a brutal few months after. Like, I wasn't me.
Are you angry with yourself, or?
I learned to not get mad at myself about it, but I still am mad a bit at myself for doing that to my family. They went through a lot of troubles when I was on drugs, but now that I ended up going to rehab, and it was the best thing that ever happened to me.
Is there anything else on your mind?
No. It more or less just sums up saying that it was a rough year, but I'm 10 times better than what I am. I'm a better person. I had the experience through it. I know how to handle it if it happened again. So.
That's good, that's good. It was nice meeting with you today. What are your plans for later on today?
I don't know, I was planning on going to get some new clothes, get something to eat.
Alright, well, it was very nice talking to you. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Enjoy your time.
Thank you.